Exactly, not about what she is, right, as a formerly enslaved woman, but about who she is, and
Yeah.
that comes through in all 4 episodes beautifully. I wanna talk about period pieces in general. Sorry, you mentioned it earlier. You've said in interviews that viewers have been lulled into a false sense of security about Black people in period dramas because of the Bridgerton effect. So explain to us what that is. Explain the Bridgerton effect.
Yeah, disclaimer, by the way, I love Bridgerton and I love the Bridgerton effect. I think it's really important, obviously, that we open doors to colorblind casting and opportunities for creatives of all, from all backgrounds. But I do worry a bit because the full history hasn't been told that the existence of shows like Bridgerton might allow people to become complacent about the actual lived experiences of Black people in the periods that these dramas focus on. And I think in particular, if we're someone who has researched the experience of enslavement and also the way where in Britain, for example, we turn a blind eye to the realities of these stories. It's politically expedient not to face up to the full history. It's really important to acknowledge that, to present stories that are authentic about the experiences that people like my ancestors went through. I think it's one way of paying tribute to them. And it's really important that we do that. But it's also important that the old saying is that you learn from history so that you don't repeat those mistakes. There are issues that we touch on in Franny that somehow have reared their ugly heads in contemporary society again. For example, the question of distinctions in intelligence between races and whether Black people are inherently less intelligent than white people, which when I was researching this novel, I thought was some done and dusted, random and silly idea from back in the past, but has somehow become accepted as a legitimate matter for debate today. So I think it is so important that we try to do both, that we indulge the fantasy elements that are catered to by shows like Bridgerton, but we don't lose sight of the power and the value and the importance of truth telling. And we're really trying to combine those two objectives in this show.